Hi everybody. This video is for people who are trying to reassemble their G3 bolt and bolt carrier. I understand that it's really easy to take apart because you can just do whatever to take it apart, obviously, but putting it back together is usually the most annoying part of a G3, HK91, or whatever type rifle you have. So this video, I'll just go through the steps of putting it back together because there's no good video out there on YouTube right now about it specifically. So we'll go through the process right now. All right, so you're trying to reassemble your G3 or HK91, and here are all the components for the bolt and bolt carrier. So you have your bolt, your firing pin spring, firing pin, and your locking piece. So to start off with, you're gonna take your firing pin spring and your firing pin, slide that in there, and then your locking piece goes in there too. So take note of the little notch here on the locking piece. There's only one of those notches, and that notch corresponds with a little tab or a little cutout here on the bolt carrier. So with this whole assembly, you put into this hole and line up the that notch with the cutout, and you have to push against the spring pressure, and then you turn it clockwise. Might be kind of hard because there's going to be some lubrication on that. I'm assuming when you disassemble it, you're cleaning it and lubing it and then putting it back together, and this spring pressure is usually like super tough to get across. So once that's done, you spin the locking piece until it is horizontal with the bolt carrier, if that looks like that. And the next step now is to grab the bolts, hold it upside down, and then you, with it being aligned, you put it in upside down. So this is going to be kind of like the weird part. Next step is you're going to have to push until it locks in all the way. So from that point, it's all technically assembled. You're just going to have to spin it clockwise until it's fully assembled. So I'm going to do that now. But notice when you turn it, it'll click in place at the sideways position, like this position right here. Notice how when we put it together, the bolt is locked up against the bolt carrier. There's no space right here, absolutely no space. That means that the bolt is locked, but we're still trying to get it to the upward position, just the way it was when you disassembled it. So what you want to do is you want to turn it to about here, where it's just before the 45-degree angle, and you want to make the bolt in the unlock position. So to do that, you push in on these rollers, and with your other thumb or whatever, you push forward on the bolts, and that extends it without trying to apply too much pressure on the spring or trying to defeat the spring pressure. And then from there, you could just easily turn it all the way to the top. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, perfect. So that's what it should look like when you're about to just throw it back in the rifle. Just note that you have this huge gap now. The bolt is not butted against the bolt carrier, and the bolt is facing upwards just like that. And now you have it assembled. All right, so that's it. This is how you reassemble your HK91 PTR 91 type rifle for the bolt carrier, bolt and bolt carrier. So yep, just keep in mind, bolt has to be in the outward position, the unlock position with the gap here, and the bolt face facing the correct direction, and you're good to go. Thanks for watching.